Hey, John Ojaka here from Music Marketing Manifesto, and in this video, I want to show you something that I think is kind of cool. What you're looking at right now is an audio chatbot clone of myself that I created using ChatGPT. Basically, I came across some headline that was talking about how an influencer had created an audio chatbot clone of herself and generated something like $70,000 in the first week and was projected to earn as much as $5 million within the first year. And it definitely got me thinking. Now, look, there's some other stuff going on here in terms of why fans were interested in that audio chatbot clone of this particular influencer that don't exactly align with our values as musicians and the kind of connections we want to have with our fans. But I thought it was interesting, and I thought it was an innovative idea, and I thought there was a lot of potential there, and I thought there were a lot of parallels with musicians and the kind of relationships that we do have with our fans. I thought at the very least this could be a really cool fan engagement tool. I thought it might make a great feature behind the paywall of a members area. And I thought for larger artists that do have big audiences, I thought this might make for a really significant source of revenue. And I wanted to see if I could create one. Now, the problem was that I am not a coder. I know nothing about coding whatsoever. Like, I truly don't. That's not an exaggeration. But I had been hearing about how people were using ChatGPT to code, and I was sort of looking for a little coding project. And so I set out to see if I could actually create this thing. I basically fired up what was called Code Interpreter at the time. It's now called Advanced Data Analysis. Just a little option there in your drop down. I explained what I wanted to do. ChatGPT gave me an overview of how we might do it. I told ChatGPT that I know nothing about code. I really need to keep this simple, and I want to go step by step. You create the code, give me the first step, you tell me what to do with it, I'll go do it, I'll report back what the results were, and if we were successful, we'll move forward, and if we weren't, we'll refine. And step by step, we made our way to a working chatbot. Now, it wasn't instant. There were a lot more failures than there were successes. It was probably 3 failed steps for every 1 successful one, but we made our way forward. It was remarkably like working with another human being. I often joke that working with ChatGPT is like working with a blind super genius who has no hands. You need to be able to articulate the situation, and you need to be willing to do the actual work. But this blind super genius can actually walk you through any solution that you can imagine. And of course, that is changing as ChatGPT is currently rolling out their vision. So ChatGPT can now literally see, speak, and hear. But that's a topic for another video. So anyway, I want to show you how this thing works because I think it's a lot of fun. Now, before I do, I want to stress, my point here is not to say that everyone should run out and create chatbots. This is the future. You might actually do well with one, and if you're interested, you can get in touch and maybe I can help you out there. But that is not the goal of this video. The goal of this video is to show you how something that was completely out of my reach just a couple of months ago was extremely obtainable with the help of AI. So anyway, let's dive in and have some fun. So here's the chatbot. I'll explain how it works after we tinker with it, but I just type in something like hi and hit enter.
Hey there, John here. What's up?
And there you go. That's me in my voice replying back to me. Now, I'm probably going to edit the little delays there. It takes about anywhere from probably 3 to maybe 15 seconds for a response to come through. But just in the name of a quick and concise video, I'll splice those out. But let's ask some fun questions like, I don't know. Let's get in there and type, what's your deal, dude? And hit enter.
Well, I'm a straight-shooting Hawaiian-turned-Kiwi living in Karakari, New Zealand. Used to make my dough in Hollywood. Now I help musicians navigate the online world with ventures like musicmarketingmanifesto.com and tunepipe.com. I'm also the big cheese at Karakari Theater Company. Got a wife, Kashama, 3 kids, and a dog who all keep me on my toes.
All right, so there you go. So let's ask some career-specific things like, I don't know, what kind of guitar do you play?
I play a few of them. My favorite is my Gretsch White Falcon, but I also love my Gibson Super Jumbo Acoustic.
Nice. And let's try something random that has absolutely nothing to do with my career. How do you bake a potato?
easy peasy. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, 220 degrees Celsius. Wash the potato and poke it with a fork a few times. Then, rub it with olive oil, sprinkle some salt, and wrap it in aluminum foil. Pop it in the oven for about 45, 60 minutes depending on the size. Check it with a fork. If it's soft, it's done. No rocket science here.
All right, and let's ask something that I know isn't in the database, but it is backed by my persona, so it should be able to generate an accurate answer. What kind of music do you make?
I churn out Americana tunes, my friend. It's a bit of a melting pot genre, pulling from blues, folk, and country. I like to think my sound has a bit of a Hawaiian twist, thanks to my roots. It's like if Johnny Cash had a love child with Hawaii and Hollywood.
All right, so let's try my favorite, which is Tell Me About Music Marketing Manifesto.
You know, as much as I love to talk business, let's keep things focused around music and life in general. Reach out to me via the contact tab at either company if you want to talk shop.
There you go. All right, so there's my audio chatbot clone of myself. Now, the way that this is working behind the scenes is that a user comes to the page. It's just a bit of code that's embedded in a code widget on my site, which is built in TunePipe. But basically, a user comes to the page. They type in their question. And then that question basically gets filtered through my persona and the database of questions. And the app takes the relevant parts of the persona and whatever answer might be in that database, if there is an answer, passes it over to OpenAI. ChatGPT generates a reply. That reply gets passed to a service called 11 Labs, which is an AI voice generation tool that allows you to clone your own voice. And 11 Labs will read that message or that answer that's provided by ChatGPT, turn it into a little MP3 file. That MP3 file gets passed back to my app, and all of that happens in a few seconds. And again, what is amazing about this is that this was just so out of my reach so recently. And here, all of a sudden, with a little ingenuity, a little creativity, I was able to create something that really does represent a potentially significant revenue source. But once more, the point is not the chatbot. The point of this video is not that you all need to run out and create chatbots. The point is that we need to start thinking about what we might want to do with all of this new potential. Can you think of things that you might like to create that might make your career easier or which might appeal to your fans? ChatGPT can now help you do that. I've long been a believer that for every dream, there is a path to success, but the problem has always been finding that path. But AI can help us find it. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that we are about to be living in a world where truly anything is possible. And if you live in a world where you can do anything, you need to start asking yourself, what do you want to do? So the focus of my last year, since this technology kind of took the world by storm, has been to develop practical workflows for musicians using this technology, because there really was a bit of a sobering up period. It came out, everyone went, wow, this is amazing. You can do anything with ChatGPT and Midjourney and all of these tools. But what do I want to actually do with all of this? Working it into our everyday lives was a little more challenging. We're all sort of needing to reset from a world where we're just trying to survive to a world where there is some degree of abundance, at least around intelligence and our capabilities. And so my focus has been developing these practical workflows that allow you to use AI to build complete marketing campaigns for your music. And I'm talking about everything. All of that content that we need to create, all of that copy, much of the strategy can all all be done with AI now. From generating your USP to creating landing page copy, squeeze pages, sales pages, blog posts, the Facebook ads that you're going to need to constantly be creating and testing. It can create the images and music videos to go out with your songs. Video is a huge deal. We constantly need to be creating content, and it's frankly just a pain in the butt, and AI offers a lot of real solutions on that front, and you can use AI to analyze your data as it comes in. You can analyze those ad campaigns, or more importantly, your customer data, to find new opportunities, things that you might otherwise be missing, patterns that you wouldn't be able to see using AI. So I'm about to drop a new training program called the Musician's AI Toolkit, in which I will share all of these workflows. I will share a series of very powerful prompts that will help you create all of this content, and I will share a ton of new and emerging technology and some very, I think, fascinating and powerful strategies, tactics, and tips that will help you use all of these new tools to further your music career. So if you're interested in learning how to harness the power of artificial intelligence to further your career as a musician, then I'd suggest you check it out. It drops on October 16th. It's limited to just 200 people. If you are interested in getting access, you can sign up for the early bird list. That will get you an early invitation to the registration page to ensure that you get access. Just follow the link that you should see below this video or in the video description, depending again on where you're watching this. But that's really it for this video. What did you think? Did you think that was cool? Do you think it's stupid? I don't know. I thought it was a lot of fun. And again, being able to achieve that was such a buzz. It blew me away. I'd love to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and take care.